There is an issue that is on the top burners these days, especially as the country moves towards 2023 presidential election. And that issue is an is a raging debate on whether Southeast can be able to produce presidents or a president of Southeast extraction is possible in 2023. It's an issue of interest because all men of conscience in Nigeria have come to agree that the Southeast deserve to produce the next president of the country. However, there are those who are saying that Southeast may not be able to win the presidential election for any of the two big political parties. This video is to show that it is not true. Even the idea that it is only the North that determines who becomes president. And when I mean talk about North, I'm talking about the conservative North. I'm not talking about the middle belt. There are a lot of people, a lot of politicians, political analysts who believe that without this conservative North, and this conservative North we are talking about is basically Northeast and Northwest. These have made Northeast and Northwest politicians to look like superstars. And Southern politicians are cutting them like no other set of politicians in the country. But I'm here to prove and to show that Southeast presidency is possible and it's easier than many people imagined. This is because this strategy that I'm revealing in this video, if it is followed, Southeast presidency is a done deal. Yes, it's a done deal. And it can be done without the conservative North support for the candidate of the Southeast. And this is how it's going to be done. And it's not a new thing. It had been done before. Because it had been done before, it can also be repeated. Now, I've said it elsewhere and I've written about it. Perhaps I will put a link to my blog and other media organizations that publish this my view on how Southeast presidency or Southern presidency is possible without the support of the conservative North. The conservative North, as I said earlier, basically Northeast and Northwest. These are part of the North where you have the Sharia legal system and they command a lot of votes. And many people think without them, you cannot be president. Without their votes, you cannot be president. I will show how it is possible to produce a Southeast president without the support or winning these two zones that you can refer to as the conservative North or the Sharia compliant North. Now, we have 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. I will show you how it is possible. One, for a Southeast presidency to be easy and possible, and in fact, to show that a Southern president can emerge and the Southern political machinery will become very strong if this process is followed. One, if Southern Nigerians are united If the southern Nigerians are united and they said enough is enough, we want our brothers in the southeast to produce the next president of Nigeria, then this thing is possible. This is how it goes. We have 17 states in southern Nigeria. We have 17 states in southern Nigeria. Now, these 17 states, if they all decide that Southeast must produce the next president of Nigeria, they can do it. Now, for example, let us assume that Mr. Peter Obi is the candidate that the southern politicians or southern leaders have decided that is the one that they are going to support. Yes. Or let us assume that it is Anyim Pius Anyim or Dr. Ogbonnaya or any of these Southeast presidential aspirants. Now, with the support of the whole of the South, and this thing is not something new. In 2011, when Goodluck Jonathan was first elected president, it was the same trajectory that followed. The whole of the southern Nigeria, with the exception of Osun State, voted for Goodluck Jonathan. Therefore, in that election, Goodluck Jonathan had 16 states from the south. Out of the 17 states in the south, Goodluck Jonathan won 16. So the south was united behind Jonathan. Now, if you replicate that this time around with 17 states of the south supporting a southeast presidential candidate, that is 17 states in the bag. Now, the battleground states will be the middle belt of Nigeria. Now, this middle belt of Nigeria are the states that are currently being terrorized by bandits, Fulani herdsmen, and all manners of insecurity. These people are looking for a messiah. They are looking for a savior. The past 7 years and counting of Buhari administration had made things worse for them. They are looking for somebody to come and save them. Their help, they know, cannot come from the north, west, or northeast. These people have been nonchalant in terms of what is happening to them. President Muhammadu Buhari had not done enough to show that he was committed or he's committed to dealing with these bandits that are terrorizing Benue State, Taraba State, Kogi State, Nasarawa State. These states are terrorized. They are looking for a president that can come to their rescue. And a southern president and a southeast president, they will hope will be able to help them. So when a southeast presidential candidate had 17 states of the south backing him in the bag, I can bet my bottom dollar that southeast president is going to win Nasarawa State, is going to win Benue State, is going to win Plateau State, is going to win the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, is going to win Taraba State. Now, if you look at all these middle belt states that are being terrorized, and you garner all their votes and all these states, then all you needed, again, is to get like 25% in the other northeast and northwest without winning them. And these things are possible. With the population of the southerners in many of these states, many of these conservative northern states, you can bet when they are properly mobilized, you can at least get 25% of the votes that are cast in those areas. And you will meet the constitutional requirement to become the president of Nigeria. If it so be that is the candidate, he will meet the constitutional requirement to become the next president of the country. If it is Obonayon, if it's Sanyim Pius Sanyim, or whoever that the southern leaders decided that is the one that they trust could be able to do justice, not only to the southern people, but also to the whole of Nigeria. That is how Jonathan became president of Nigeria in 2011. In the case of Jonathan, he won only 16 of the out of the 17 states. He lost Osun to he lost Osun to President Muhammad Buhari at that time. Yes, Osun was the only southern state that didn't vote for Jonathan in 2011. Still, Jonathan became president because he won all the states in the south, all the states with the exception of Osun State. If you go and check the record of the 2011 presidential election, you will see that Jonathan won all the southern states with the exception of Osun State. Now, if you in 2023 and all the southern states agreed and felt that their own brother, the Southeast, have been left out of the political machinery of the country, out of the leadership of the country, and they want Southeast to produce the next president, it is very possible. That is the trajectory that could be followed. And I have given an example how it worked for Jonathan. Because don't forget, even in 2011, Buhari won most of the states in the Northeast and Northwest. When you hear people saying that Buhari is always having 11 million votes, 15 million votes in all the elections that he had participated since 2003 when he started contesting for president, it is because President Muhammad Buhari had always won Northeast and Northwest. And these votes, to be frank, they are very huge. You talk about the millions of votes coming from Kano, the millions of votes coming from Katsina, Sokoto, and all that. But despite all that massive votes, there are states in the south that can counter those votes. Therefore, if you amass that vote for a Southeast presidential candidate, amass all the votes from the south for him or her, then it is easier for him or her to win the presidency by concentrating on the battleground states. Now, the battleground states, as I have earlier, I have stated before, this area is already totally in disarray. They are disenchanted with the Buhari administration, with the APC administration, with the country, because millions of IDPs have been created in this zone by bandits, by herdsmen. Many communities have been driven away. They are looking for a savior. They are looking for somebody who will come and help them. Buhari had failed to solve their problem because there's no political will in their thinking that this present administration or a candidate from the north, east, or northwest can be able to save them. In their heart of heart, they are wishing and praying for a southern president. And if you look at it, all those years that Buhari have been contesting for president and been losing, it is because he was rejected by the south and this same middle belt we are talking about. Usually, President Buhari will win many of the northeast and northwest states, but it will never be enough for him to win the presidency. Even though he used to think that he won the presidency, that he was rigged out. That was why, if you look at political history or political trajectory of President Muhammad Buhari's presidential contest since 2003, he had always gone to the courts and going to the end of the court process. He had always gone to the Supreme Court. In 2023, in 2003, sorry, as the presidential candidate of AMPP, he went to the Supreme Court. In 2011, in 2007, he also took Yaradua to the Supreme Court. In 2011, he also went to the Supreme Court. In fact, it was after the Supreme Court ruling against him in 2011 that Buhari shedded tears and resigned from politics and said he would never contest for president again. So by the time they reached out to him in 2014, 2013, between 2013 and 2014, what they met was a Buhari who had already left politics, but he was still commenting on national issues as it concerns his interest as a person and as a northerner and as a Nigerian. So he had left politics because he had believed that he cannot be president. There's no way he can be president, that he had been rigged out. He had always been rigged out. But it's not that he was rigged out. The point is that you cannot be president by winning only northeast and northwest. You must win southern votes. And when he was able to build a coalition, or they built a coalition around him in 2015, he was able to do it because of a lot of reasons, particularly the disunity in the South in backing President Goodluck Jonathan, as the Southwest allied with the North to push Jonathan out. So it is possible to produce a president of Southeast extraction in 2023 if the whole of the South are united. And the whole of the South should be united behind Southeast. Already, this middle belt I'm talking about, these liberal North, that will be the battleground states, their leaders want power to move to the South. And I can tell you that the reason why they wanted this power to move to the South is that they believe in their hearts that if a Southern president emerges, he is most likely to be able to address their security problem, a security problem that have made many farmers in this region, in this Middle Belt region, they cannot go to farm. Poverty is increasing in the land. Many people have become IDPs. They cannot go back to their communities. In some part of Plateau State, many of the villages have been so driven away, and herdsmen, whether foreign or local, have taken over their land and are renaming their communities. There was a special report done by Vanguard newspaper. I will put the link at the bottom so that you can go and read it, where Vanguard did a special report to show that there are many communities in Plateau State that they have changed their name to Hausa Fulani names. They have been driven, the local communities have been driven away. Many of them cannot go back again. This set of people are all over the Middle Belt, from Plateau to Nasarawa to Kogi to Niger, all around that circle. These people are looking for a Messiah. They are looking for a Savior. They can no longer rely on the assurances of the government. They can no longer rely on the assurances that the police, the army, they are on top of the situation. For so long now, many of them cannot go to farms. In fact, in some of those states, they pay bandits to be allowed to go to their farms. That is for those who were not killed. So this is an unprecedented situation. The country has never been this bad, and things have never been this bad in this Middle Belt area. These Middle Belt are ready to vote for a Southeast presidential candidate. Yes, they are ready. They are waiting. From Taraba to Adamawa, there are so many people who are suffering because of insecurity. And those people are not believing that there's any candidates from the northeast or northwest that can save them from the menace they are facing. So that is why it is important. And that is why I want to say it, that if the southern leaders are serious and they are committed and they want a southeasterner to be the next president of Nigeria, it is very possible. It is doable. What is needed is southern unity. What is needed is southern unity. Southeast presidency in 2023 is possible without the full support of the conservative north. That is northeast and northwest. Thank you. Hit the subscription button so that whenever we drop any video, you will be among the first to know. God bless you.